Picture this. You're walking down the street of a major city, let's say New York or Tokyo, on a sunny day in 2073. But something's off. The sidewalls are eerily empty. The constant buzz of traffic is replaced by an unsettling quiet. And that trendy cafe where you used to wait in line for your morning latte? It's now a quaint museum dedicated to the great caffeine craze of the 2020s. Welcome to the future, folks. A future where humanity faces a challenge we've never encountered before. Not having enough humans. Now I know what you're thinking. Wait a minute, aren't there too many of us already? Isn't the planet bursting at the seams? Well, hold on to your sustainably sourced hats, because we're about to dive into the wild world of population collapse. Let's start with the basics. For decades, demographers and scientists have been warning us about a curious trend. Birth rates are plummeting faster than a skydiver without a parachute. Countries like Japan, South Korea, and Italy are already experiencing population declines. And it's not just a few isolated cases. This trend is going global faster than you can say baby bust. But why is this happening? Well, it's a perfect storm of factors. Improved education and career opportunities for women, the rising cost of living and childcare, changing social norms, and even the convenience of Netflix and chill, minus the chill part, are all contributing to people having fewer kids or no kids at all. Now you might be thinking, fewer people, sounds great, more elbow room at the beach. But hold your horses, because population collapse isn't all sunshine and uncrowded beaches. It's more like a demographic time bomb that's going to reshape society as we know it. Let's break down some of the ways this population plunge is going to flip our world upside down. 1. The Great Age Inversion. Imagine a world where there are more grandparents than grandkids. 1. Where retirement homes outnumber schools. 1. Where the hottest club in town is the senior center's bingo night. 1. Welcome to the age of the Great Inversion. As birth rates drop and people live longer, our population pyramid is going to look less like a pyramid and more like an inverted ice cream cone. The implications: a shrinking workforce supporting an ever-growing elderly population. It's like a giant game of demographic Jenga, and we're all hoping it doesn't come crashing down. This shift will force us to rethink everything from healthcare and pension systems to the very concept of retirement. Maybe 80 will become the new 40, and we'll see Grandma rocking her new tech startup while Grandpa becomes a TikTok dance sensation. 1. Economic roller coaster. Hold on to your wallet, because the economy is in for a wild ride. 1. With fewer workers and consumers, we're looking at a potential economic slowdown that would make the Great Depression look like a minor inconvenience. But it's not all doom and gloom. This shakeup could lead to some interesting developments. Automation and AI might finally get their time to shine, picking up the slack left by our dwindling workforce. Maybe your next doctor will be a highly advanced robot. Let's just hope it doesn't confuse operate with obliterate. The housing market could become a buyer's paradise, with McMansions going for the price of a cardboard box in today's market. And who knows, maybe we'll finally be able to afford that avocado toast we've been sacrificing our homeownership dreams for. 1. The Great Migration Shakeup. As some countries shrink faster than others, we might see a reshuffling of the global population that makes the Great Migration look like a game of musical chairs. Countries desperate for workers might start rolling out the red carpet for immigrants. Imagine billboards in Tokyo reading, "Come to Japan, we'll pay you to have babies." Or Germany, where the beer is cold and the job market is hot. This could lead to a more diverse and multicultural world. Or it could spark tensions as countries grapple with changing demographics. Either way, it's going to make for some interesting global potlucks. 1. Education revolution. With fewer kids around, our education system is going to need a major overhaul. 1. We might see a shift towards more personalized, high-quality education. 1. Imagine schools where every child gets a personal AI tutor, and classes are taught by holograms of history's greatest minds. 1. Today's physics lesson will be taught by Albert Einstein himself. Try not to oversleep for this one, kids. But it's not just about fancy tag. We'll need to rethink what we teach and how we teach it. In a world with fewer people, jack of all trades might become the new specialist. Shop class might include Basic Robot Maintenance 101 and how to negotiate with your AI boss. 1. The green silver lining. Here's a twist. The population collapse might just be the environmentalists' unexpected ally. 1. Fewer people means less consumption, less pollution, and more room for nature to bounce back. 1. We might see abandoned suburbs reclaimed by forests, and wildlife roaming through the quiet streets of once bustling cities. But before you start celebrating, remember that fewer people also means fewer brilliant minds working on solving our environmental challenges. We'll need to make sure every person counts, educationally speaking. Maybe we'll see the rise of eco-warrior as a mandatory school subject. 1. Redefining family and relationships. As having children becomes less common, we might see a radical shift in how we define family and relationships. 1. The nuclear family could give way to chosen families and communal living arrangements. 1. It takes a village to raise a child might evolve into it takes a village to take care of each other. Dating apps might pivot from finding your soulmate to finding your retirement buddy. And who knows, maybe we'll see the rise of professional grandchildren. Young people hired by childless elderly folks to provide companionship and help around the house. Wanted, energetic youth for baking cookies, watching Jeopardy and listening to stories about the good old days of 2023. 1. The Space Race 2.0. Here's a wild card. Could the population collapse on Earth spark a renewed interest in space colonization? 1. As our planet becomes less crowded, we might have more resources to pour into exploring and settling other worlds. Imagine NASA recruitment posters. Mars, where the population growth is out of this world. Or maybe we'll see retirement communities on the moon. Lunar acres, where every day is a low-gravity adventure. 1. Cultural renaissance, or dark age. 1. With fewer people around, every individual's contribution to culture and innovation becomes more significant. 1. We could see a new renaissance where art, music, and scientific breakthroughs flourish as people have more time and resources to pursue their passions. On the flip side, we'll need to work hard to preserve our cultural heritage and knowledge. Imagine if Shakespeare had been an only child who decided not to have kids. We might never have had Hamlet. We'll need to find new ways to pass on our collective wisdom and creativity to smaller future generations. So there you have it, folks. The coming population collapse isn't just about having fewer people around. It's a seismic shift that's going to reshape every aspect of our society. From our economy and education system to our very concept of family and community, we're in for some big changes. But here's the thing. Human beings are nothing if not adaptable. We've survived ice ages, plagues, and the cancellation of our favorite TV shows. This population puzzle is just our next big challenge. As we navigate this brave new world of demographic decline, we'll need creativity, compassion, and a good sense of humor. We'll need to rethink our assumptions, reimagine our institutions, and maybe learn to appreciate the quiet. Who knows? Maybe this population plateau will lead us to a more sustainable, equitable, and fulfilled society. Or maybe we'll all end up as pampered pets for our robot overlords. Either way, it's going to be one heck of a ride. So buckle up, future humans, however few of you there may be. The population collapse is coming, and it's going to change everything. But if we play our cards right, we might just build a world that's not just surviving, but thriving. With quality over quantity, wisdom over numbers, and maybe, just maybe, a little more elbow room at the beach. And remember, in this brave new world of fewer humans, your vote will count more than ever. So make it count, and maybe think twice before you swipe left on that dating app. The future of humanity might just depend on it. No pressure, though.